Hello and welcome to ASOIAF Tabletop, and today I will show you how I painted my Greyjoy water base and how I painted my Greyjoys in general, and I will show you also how I applied my water gel. I don't know if you can see it shining or if you can see the waves. I'm sure, well, yeah, you can see a bit of the glow. And I think I did a decent job. When you're painting, sometimes the things you're envisioning don't come always true the way you want it. But, well, sometimes you just gotta try, and then you will work your way up there. So, pretty much happy with the paint job. And let me show you around. So, pretty happy with the chipping on this guy, but yeah, let me show the water base first, and then if you want to see, skip forward to the minis and I will show you them in a second. They are also pretty juicy, with a bit of rust and blood on their axis. And the lighting ain't good. Let me see if it's better this way. Yeah. I think I will switch then to a different position, but let me show you first the base and how I did it. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. Oh, here it's a bit sticky. But the water gel from AK should dry in 24 hours. This is what I used. I used the Vallejo Diorama FX for the sand right here, and I think that's always a good job, or maybe decent. I sponged on some sand. I will go into the colors in a second, and then right here in the back, let me see if the water effect is visible. Yeah, there it is. As you can see, some water effect. It's a bit decent. I think people said do not put on more than 3 millimeters, because then it won't dry clear. But yeah, this is the water effect, as you can see here. In the bases, there you can see the brush marks, because I kind of had to put down some of the water varnish, I might call it, but I needed to leave the bases, the space in the bases, otherwise the figures wouldn't fit in. And in video 1, which is up here in the corner, you can see how I did it the first time around. Like, this is part 2 and the final part of it, and I think it looks pretty decent. The water is a bit flatter than I wanted it to be. But it's kind of cool. Here, where it's a bit of white, I took a bit of cotton and did put the cotton into the gel. And then the cotton, as you can see here, of course, will give the waves a bit of texture and a bit of size. Again, I used this one. This one is transparent. In here it looks like wood glue. It's all white. But there's also the Pacific blue. Maybe I tried it next time. And so you can see definitely shiny bases, and also it looks like water. And if you do a better paint job than I did, it might look even better. And I think came out pretty cool. On this one, I did put down some cotton. Let me get a good light. As you can see here, pretty shiny. Yeah, but I think it looks decent. Let me switch up the camera position. Give me a second, and then maybe we can watch it from the top. Wait a second. So let me put this one into the camera holder. So from now on we can look from the top. And now I will show you the unique minis. Let's start with the standard bearer. So again, he's on the beach. I guess I used some sandry dust, some strong tone, and then I sponged it on with some dark sand or bone color. Maybe could have done a better job, but this is what it is. And then I wanted to put down some bushes just because I like putting that down. And here some of the chipping, very weathered, a bit of rust on his weapons. Yeah. I think next time I will up my game, but this is the best I could do for this one. Then we got here, definitely very pleasant to paint. This Greyjoy mini is like, I have to say, a great joy. This pre-assembled minis, they have great detail. They are really a joy to paint. And of course you get like 3 with these poses. I can show you the similar pose, but he's in the water, as you can see here. And you can vary them with a bit of different armor or different beard. As you can see, they look kind of different, even though it's the same pose. Different helmet, different beard, all of that good stuff. And as you can see here, I chipped with a bit of foam. I chipped on some, I think Mephiston red or maybe corn red. Also some rust here and there. What else? Let me show you the next one. So I got 4 in the front and they are standing already on the beach. I have to do a better job next time with the edge highlight and the blending, but I will get there. Also not super happy with the dark tone or strong tone. But yeah, just leveling up my game. I think more minis you do, the better you get. This one looks pretty cool. I have to say, I used a mix of acrylic paints and mostly Vallejo and Citadel. And also I used a bit of speed paints. I would say speed paints definitely very good. I used speed paints black for the gloves and for the shoes, so that's really good. I used some Runefang steel for the silver. I used some wood color from speed paint wood color for the axes. So it's a bit of a mix, but I think yeah, speed paints definitely can help. Maybe next time I do them all speed paints. But yeah, sometimes the silver speed paint is not as good as the acrylic speed paint, so it's a bit of a mix. I started with a cape with Prussian blue. Again, check out part 1. And then highlighted with some turquoise. Here it's just a bone color with a strong tone wash. And in the midsection it's all wood color speed paints. So what else? This one looks pretty amazing, I think. When I saw this one, I thought, okay, this one looks boring, but this is now one of my favorite minis. Like, look at him. Like, really cool dude, very menacing. And also, A Song of Ice and Fire started into season 7. I think I will play it now. I bought it 2 years ago and didn't get around to play it. I know maybe I should have played it when it came out, but I think the game is still hot. I like the IP, and at the end of the day, that's why we enjoy our hobbies. We like the IPs, we play Star Wars, we play 40k because we love the game and not because we love some L-shape fucking terrain. Like, it's play it for the vibe, play it also for the fun, play with friends, have a good time. Sure, you can play also a bit competitive, why not? But just put down beautiful terrain and enjoy the game. And I think that's definitely how it was meant to be. And yeah, pretty happy with these minis. Again, more or less the same guy, but looks, I want to say completely different. You can paint them completely different, but as you can see, this one has brown pants, this one has gray pants. Also on the gray pants, like the gray speed paints, I think Gray Flood Gray was amazing. And yeah, you can vary these guys. And the Ironborn are definitely amazing. I love the Boltons. I think every faction is really beautiful. I think that Simon did a good job when they made these minis. I can feel definitely a lot of love going into what they did. And I hope that the game stays happy and healthy, and the fan base. Recently, I'm seeing a lot of packs sold on eBay, kind of cheap, and people not buying or not buying readily or fast. I think there is much competition for the game, but I think it's a beautiful game, and definitely the TV show, the books, I think they added to it. And so, yeah, A Song of Ice and Fire, I think it can be a good game, a great game. I haven't played it this much. Again here, this guy, the second guy, you have two guys just standing around. My least favorite and now my most favorite guys. Like, I just love these guys. One standing in the water and one standing a bit on the strand. And I think this is now the last guy. And that's it. So these are my Greyjoys. Again, next time I think I will not just go for a dark color and a bright color, but layer it up a bit more. I was using Zotic green, and the Zotic green looked a bit better than the turquoise. But then I painted over that, and of course, you know, sometimes that's the journey. You paint over things, and then it used to look better. But it is what it is. I think if I am gonna play the Greyjoys, I'm sure I'm gonna paint up a few more of these guys. And yeah, let me know what you think, and we see us in the next video.